The customer record page is made up of three main different sections. The top of the customer record page is for all the customer contact details. The bottom left-hand section of the customer record page is their history with us. It's a compilation of each job the customer has had done by us and the details of what happened each time we cleaned. The bottom right-hand side of the customer record page shows the job details for the job that is on view, which we'll look at shortly. We're now going to take a look at the customer details page in small segments. Very quickly, the title is dropped down. We always want to know the title. At some point, we may wish to send a letter to the customer. Worst case scenario, we may need to take customer to a small claims court for non-payment of their bill. It's always nice to have at least a first name or initial and the customer's surname. The telephone number, as you see as we hover over each field, it shows customer home telephone number, needs to be broken up into readable segments. It's much easier to read a number with the correct spacing than to read a number when you're trying to dial a number that's been bunched all together. In this case, home telephone numbers are made up of the area code, which is familiar to most people, followed by the rest of the telephone number broken down. If the area code is 4 digits, there will be a space followed by 3 digits, followed by a space and a further 4 digits. If the telephone number area code is 5 digits, for example 01707, the remaining 6 digits are split into equal threes. So we would have, for example, 01707 space 123 space 456. The mobile number format is always the same. The first 5 digits, space, 3 digits, space, 3 digits. The work telephone number is a useful addition. If the home or mobile can't be got through to, the work number can be absolutely invaluable. Or if you really need to speak to a customer, sometimes just having a work number as a backup can be really useful. But if we do have a work number, we want to add into this section to the right-hand side, for example, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Or we may wish to add 8 till 2. Or we may wish to add extension 2462, so on and so forth. The source is really important information to the business owner because basically it tells the business owner where they need to spend their money in future and where our business is coming from. The source is on a drop-down selection list. And this is everywhere that people can find our number. In the case of it being internet, for example, we need to know where on the internet they found our number. In this situation, the customer was given our number by their neighbour, or perhaps they approached the neighbour and asked for the number of their window cleaner. Customer from. This is the date that we first had contact with the customer. In this case, this customer has been with us since March 2007. TP stands for, has the customer been told about the My Window Cleaner policy? This is an old style of telling the customer the policy. We now use terms and conditions as our preferred method of explaining to customers how we work. Quite simply, something in writing is much more enforceable than something we've said by phone. Things said by phone can be misunderstood or misinterpreted. But doing both is a great backup. When you're first taking a customer on, that's the most important time that a customer really understands how we work as a business. TC stands for Terms and Conditions, and TC date is the date that we sent the customer the terms and conditions, explaining how we work and what we offer as a business. In this case, the terms and conditions were sent on the 20th of March 2014. Told RRS. Basically, that means we've told them all of the other services that we offer. The welcome letter was replaced during 2014 by the terms and conditions. And the email address, which needs to be checked very thoroughly every time you take an email address, is either completed here, or if they haven't got email, we tick no email. The notes section at the top is used for anything that relates to contacting the customer. So it might be how we pronounce their name. It might be never leave a message on the home aunt's phone. It might say that Mr's not very easy or very unapproachable to talk to. It's general notes that actually relate directly to contacting the customer. It might say, for example, July 2014, no email, 90 years old. So we don't keep asking for an email address. Or it might say that they've got no mobile telephone. Or it might say that recorded messages, no landline text message, it fails. So it's stuff that directly relates to contacting the customer. The final sections that we're going to look at are on the right-hand side, the customer notes for reference. These are internal office notes. This section is not seen by the window cleaner. It's just internal notes for us at the office and can relate to historical chats we've had with a customer if a customer's been a problem. It might relate to payment history. It might relate to changes in how they're going to pay or prepayments. Upsells is a section that we've built in that you're going to be able to use for upselling and sales in the future. And the last section, which we're in the process of improving, tells us how we remind the customer that we're due to come and clean their windows.